Hi, this is a quick update video on the recent Ethereum crash. A lot of people compare this crash with what happened on the 12th of March last year. In fact, the price was dropping on one single day around 48%. And yesterday we had a similar move. The price of Ethereum dropped within one day around 44%. Now, if you compare those two crashes, there are some similarities, but there are also some differences. And the main difference that I want to point your attention at is volume, trading volume. During this crash in March of last year, we had a trading volume of approximately 3.8 million. Yesterday, we had trading volume of comparable magnitude, 4.3 million. So here's the main difference. A lot of people were buying on the following day. The trading volume on that following day when the price crashed was actually higher than on the day when there was the big dump. So a lot of people bought into Ethereum, scooped up the cheap prices, got a new reference price, and hoped for the best for the price to increase. And that's in the end also what happened. The price recovered, and within approximately 1 to 2 months, we were at the same price prior to the crash. Now this time looks different. The day is not over yet, but the trading volume so far is low. People are not willing to buy yet. So if people are not yet buying and trading volume isn't high after the crash, what does this tell us? I personally think people are still too scared to buy. This drop here was not large enough. People see the risks and people see how those risks outweigh the potential gain. And so if people aren't even willing to buy after this big discount, where should the positive short-term momentum come from? That's a rhetorical question. I think there are not enough buyers right now. I would be really cautious buying this dip. Now, obviously, this is also dependent on your risk tolerance. Can you actually digest a larger loss for the potential more or less immediate upside of maybe 100%? But I see the downside as well here. Who says we can't drop to a level where we have been at the beginning of the year and just lose another 45%? I'm not convinced that this is completely outside of the realm of possibility. Now, what's also different this time is that we are facing an Ethereum sell-off and not so much a Bitcoin sell-off. Just compare the volumes. The trading volumes on the day of the crash are higher this time compared to March of last year. That's in Ethereum. Now in Bitcoin, that looks very different. In Bitcoin, the sell-off happened in March last year. This time, the Bitcoin volume was way lower. So those two crashes are not directly comparable. So I would not expect the same behavior post-crash. Just look at Ethereum relative to Bitcoin, and you see the next support level, if we can call it that, is another 25% drop away from here. So my position on Ethereum hasn't changed. Risk versus reward doesn't look too positive. If you really feel like buying the dip, go ahead. Nobody can stop you. You just have to be comfortable with the risk. And if you do decide to buy, just keep some dry powder on the side as well in case it drops even further and you want to buy again. Just keep in mind though, if we do enter a crypto winter, nobody knows, but if this really does happen, Ethereum tends to drop a lot. The drop during the last crypto winter was 94% top to bottom. So I hope if you decide to buy that you're aware of this potential risk and that you have a plan what to do in case it falls further. Will you be buying more? Will you hodl through all of these losses? Or do you have a certain limit where you cut your losses and you exit the market? You need to decide this by yourself. I can't tell you what to do here, but you need to have a strategy. And it's better to have that strategy beforehand because once the situation arises, emotions are all over the place. So better set up your plan right now. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to give this video a like so that the channel can grow further. And if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe as well. There's a link to a Telegram channel in the video description below. Feel free to join there as well. See you next time. Bye bye.